everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Batman issue 458. Now, as you know, this has the appearance of Harold, who is basically taken in by Batman to become the tech support, and has recently appeared in DC Rebirth, as well as the return appearance of Sarah. So the cover you've got is a kind of hunchback Notre Dame scene, which I think they were trying to replicate. And it starts off how some group of thugs crying to like a kid saying, "Loosen up, kid, you're gonna love this." And so we see basically someone who is Batman beating the merciful crap out of them, but turns out it's actually James Gordon, who basically gets out of his car and even has difficulty keeping up with himself, and even goes into a fast food joint to order himself a meal, saying, "Double cheeseburgers, all the trimmings, extra onions, coffee, black," and has his meal. So meanwhile, a young girl with her doll heads into an abandoned place and basically talks to an unknown person saying, "Mr. Fix-It, I know you're here, but Blind told me you'd fixed his bike when the gang broke it. I'm Melissa. It's my doll Victoria. She's not working anymore, and Dad says there's no money to fix her. She's my very favorite." And so basically leaves a candy bar and everything else. And afterwards we've got Gordon, who confronts a gang of kids graffitiing and basically goes after them but can't keep up anymore. And after this, some gang members try and beat up a homeless guy, but Batman intervenes. And meanwhile, you've got a guy here named Paul, who is Melissa's father, who looks like Blackie Yankson from Spider-Man, and pretty much says, "Paul, be careful, you can't be sure." "I sure do, I have to be dead sure. You know, that's where it's going to end up." And so he wakes up the neighbours to go on a manhunt. And so James Gordon hides behind the shadows and remembers Sarah from his younger days. Now, keep in mind that during the events of Batman Year 1, him and Gordon had a relationship, which Gordon ended personally, and even remembers the moments they had, but sees a woman getting mugged. And we've got Batman intervening to stop pretty much hearing Melissa's father saying, "Melissa, it's Daddy. Are you in there? Don't worry, baby. We're going to get you." And pretty much Batman says, "What's going on here? It's my little girl. She's missing." "Have you told the police?" "I don't need to." So pretty much they go through anyway with Batman not beating the crap out of them or stopping them. So Batman uses his detective work to see what's really happened. And Gordon, after this, is a little out of breath. And pretty much afterwards we see Gordon and Sarah talking and basically deciding to go out and that. And so just then, the team confront Mr. Fix-It and confront him about what happened to Paul's daughter. And he's like, "That's her doll! Out with it, you freak! Where'd she? You heard one hand on her." And so just then, Melissa turns out alright, and that he only fixed the doll. And turns out he actually did it. And afterwards, they decide to leave, and no doubtly getting in trouble. So Batman decides to take him back, knowing that his skills could come in handy. So we see Gordon and Sarah talking, and Sarah revealing that basically her husband got killed in New York, and Gordon's wife died a couple of years back. So after this, they pretty much say goodbye with a kiss on the cheek. And afterwards, Batman leaves with Harold saying, "Can't promise anything. We'll see how it works out. But you should be kicking for the... That's alright with you?" And yeah, this is the story. So I think the issue is definitely not bad. We see Gordon remembered in the old days. We see Batman in action. And yeah, I kind of feel with Harold, they could have at least did him a bit better. And I know that you meant that he was originally appeared in the 33rd issue of The Question, but you could have done more with him here. So the story deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.